Hi, coaches and athletic directors. National Sports ID is required for all student athletes to participate in NCSAA, and I wanted to go ahead and show you a couple of the features and things that I get asked about a lot, so we can go through everything. First and foremost, when you get to nationalsportsid.com, you'll notice in this bottom left-hand corner there is a live help button. Okay, so if you click that and you go ahead and you put your name in, go ahead and put that you're a coach or a team administrator and what your problem is, they are there about 16 to 18 hours a day to answer your questions. They have a whole staff available, and that way you're not calling me saying, hey, Justin, how do I do this? Or I don't understand National Sports ID. They have a whole staff there for you, and you can get an immediate response, and they can walk you through the entire process as opposed to waiting for me to call you back or email you back. So please utilize that live help feature. Please tell your parents to utilize that. That is there for you guys and for your parents to do that, and so that we're not bogged down by answering National Sports ID questions the whole time. So you're going to go ahead and click sign in, and we will go ahead and sign into the account. Now your page is going to look a little bit different than mine because I have a lot of teams, okay? But you can go ahead and this is going to be your main area. So it says dashboard. So if you're ever lost, just go ahead and click dashboard and it's going to send you right back to this page here. And then you're going to click on my teams. And as you notice, I've got all the teams in my account, but you'll scroll through. In most cases, you're probably only going to see 2 or 3 of these in my teams. So you'll find the one you're going to deal with. I'm going to deal with Civica now as our example team. I'm sure Brian won't care. In order to invite new members, you're going to use this page here, and this is going to be kind of home base for you. So as you look at each team, you're going to see where it says 55% done. And then you're going to be looking at a lot at this area here, and we can go through each section and why that's important. Okay, so first and foremost, this is 55%. This will change along the way. The goal is for this right here to turn green. So once every single person on your team has joined the team and they've got every single item in, this will turn green and it will say verified, and then it will add them to the league. And so that's important for us to have that turn green at some point. But right here, you're going to see where it says invite new members. Okay, so if you click on that, this is where you're going to ask kids to go ahead and create accounts. So let's say you've had your tryouts already, or you're getting ready to, or you just need to add kids to the process to your team. You can go ahead and you can put in the first name. So let's say you're going to put in Johnny Smith. You can go ahead and put in their email address, and then you can add more members, and you can change this. This is fully customizable, but basically you're going to send them an email and say, hey, please make sure you do this today. We're going to need this done. So you send an invitation to them, and you can add this as many times as you need to. You can also view who you've invited along the way. So that's how you do it. If they have not signed up yet, you go ahead and invite the new members. Now, if you have a child that's already in the system, and you know for a fact that they're in, you're going to go ahead and add verify members. And so right here, it's going to come up, and there's going to be a search existing player. You can then put in a child's name there, and it will come up. Now, due to privacy rules, I'm not going to do that and search a player, but this is where you would go ahead and search a player and put them in. If you would like to do everything yourself as the coach or athletic director, because you already have the information, you already have their birth certificate on file at the school, you have their report card or proof of grade, you can line them up and take a picture of each child, and maybe the school's even paying for it, you could do all of that yourself right here in this section right here. So you're going to put in all the information, you're going to put in all this for them, and then save the player and add them in. Okay, so that's possible to do as well. So that's 3 ways you can add a player to your team for National Sports ID. I'm going to review it one more time. So you can invite them by sending them an email, and then they create it and it puts them automatically on your team. You can add them through the search feature, where you go ahead and you search everything out, or you can go ahead and create the player for your team and put in the birth certificate, the report card, proof of grade, and create their account for them. Okay, so those are 3 ways you can do that. Now I'm going to go back and we're going to look at your team here and what's going on with it. So right now it says 0 of 150 players declared. Now this number you can change along the way, so that way it makes it a little bit easier. So on this case, I put 150 because I have no idea how many kids are going to come out for Civica's cross-country team. You could change that to 12. So let's say you had 12 kids come out and that's what you're expecting. And so now you'll change that to where it is 12 kids. We'll go back to view team page. And now it's 0 of 12, but eventually that will hopefully get up to where it's 12 of 12, and that will then turn into a check mark, so that's done. This will eventually also, as you start adding kids, have waivers that'll say 0 of 12 waivers signed. Then eventually that will go up to where it's hopefully 12 of 12, to the point where down here you will start seeing your players' names and you'll start seeing your coaches. Now, if you want to add a coach to your team, that's the next thing that we may want to do. Anyone that's going to be on your sidelines, you're going to need to add them in as a coach. So you're going to go up here to Manage Team, Edit Team, and then Coaches. And now I can add a new coach. So if I want to add a new coach to the team, we can do that right here by searching them and putting them on a team. Okay. So you would just go ahead and put in their first couple of letters on their name, and it will come up. So here's Tom from St. Rose. If we wanted to add him as a coach, we could add him, and then now he'll be added. It'll eventually save it, and then I can make him the head coach of the team if I'd like. So now Tom will be viewed as the head coach of that team along the way. We'll save it. And then go back to view team page, and now Tom will be added in as a coach, and you'll see everyone's picture there. Now if I want to go ahead and remove him from that team, I can do that as well by clicking remove coach from team, and now he's off the team. A couple of important things: on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock we will lock your roster for that weekend's game, so you cannot make any changes after 6 o'clock on Wednesday for that weekend's games. So you have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday up until 6 to make any changes to add players to your roster. At 6 o'clock, anyone that is not verified, we're going to drop them from your roster for that week only. So I want to be clear on that. If your child, if you have a child on your team that is not verified, they will be dropped at 6 o'clock on Wednesday. They will have the following week to try to get verified in order to play for the next weekend. So make sure that you know that information. And please don't forget, use the live help. Bottom left-hand corner, anything any pickles you get into, go ahead and go to the left-hand corner and use that live help, and and they'll be there to help you along the way. Have a great season. We look forward to it. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me at justin@ncsaasports.com. Thank you.